Hunger stones are a type of hydrological landmark relatively common across Central Europe, though you could also think about them as famine memorials. When water levels would go down severely during a drought, they would expose more and more rocks. When the water level drops below a certain level, crop harvests could collapse, causing widespread hunger. Across the centuries, people carved into these rocks as a warning for future generations, a sort of "if you can read this, you're screwed." Several rocks were carved like this from the 15th century onwards in Central Europe, especially on the Elbe River, but also on the Danube, Rhine, and Weser. Most of these rocks, if not all, have become visible in the ongoing drought. An intense drought is shrinking rivers across Europe, revealing stones carved centuries ago to give future generations a warning of hard times ahead. The Miami Herald reported that locals said the centuries-old boulders, known as hunger stones, reappeared last week as rivers in Europe ran dry due to drought conditions. One such stone is on the banks of the Elbe River, which begins in the Czech Republic and flows through Germany. The boulder dates back to 1616 and is etched with a warning in German: "When du Michigan siehst, dann wein, if you see me, then weep," according to a Google translation of the phrase. In a 2013 study, a team of Czech researchers wrote that these boulders are chiseled with the years of hardship and the initials of authors lost to history, adding that the basic inscriptions warn of the consequences of drought. It expressed that drought had brought a bad harvest, lack of food, high prices, and hunger for poor people, researchers wrote. Before 1900, the following droughts are commemorated on the stone: 1417, 1616, 1707, 1746, 1790, 1800, 1811, 1830, 1842, 1868, 1892, and 1893. These hydrological landmarks last surfaced during a 2018 drought, NPR reported. But the current drought Europe is experiencing could be the worst in 500 years, according to Andrea Torriti, a senior researcher at the European Commission's Joint Research Center. At a news conference on August 9, Torriti said no other events in the past 500 years were similar to the drought of 2018. But this year, I think, is worse, Euronews reported. He added there was a very high risk of dry conditions continuing over the next 3 months. A growing body of research links more frequent and intense droughts to climate change. Rising global temperatures cause changes in precipitation and enhance evaporation. According to the European Drought Observatory, 47% of Europe is in drought warning conditions, which means there is a deficit of moisture in the soil. Another 17% is on alert, which means vegetation is stressed. The stones are not the only hidden relic to emerge in European rivers due to drought. Receding waters due to climate change in Italy's Po River also revealed a slew of archaeological treasures. The sunken shipwreck of a World War II-era barge resurfaced in June after the river, the country's largest, reached low levels during its worst drought in 70 years. More recently, in late July, the drought-stricken Italian river revealed a previously submerged 1,000-pound bomb from World War II. The bomb was found by fishermen on the bank of the river Po due to a decrease in water levels caused by drought, a local official told Reuters. Experts had to safely remove it. Europe isn't the only place sweltering right now. The first quarter of 2022 was the driest on record in California and Nevada. Even in China, which isn't really transparent about its problems, the signs of drought are starting to take a big toll. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, sustained high temperatures are also bringing water levels down. Image credit, Dr. Bernd at the German language Wikipedia, CC by SA 3.0.